四季と法に諸法に着せずと。For inconceivable and uncountable kalpas, he cultivated countless meritorious acts of bodhisattvas. No thought of greed, anger, or harmfulness arose in his mind. He cherished no impulse of greed, anger, or harmlessness. He did not cling to any form, sound, smell, taste, touch, or object. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's short ski monthly memorial service for those who have passed away on the month of August. You know, we had in-person Nobon Festival on August 6th, and I was really happy to see so many people coming to the festival to enjoy our foods and dance for the first time in 3 years. And I believe we had about 500 dancers maximum, and I am sure everybody enjoyed the festival. And I really would like to express my appreciation for those who helped, volunteered for our own festival, and those who came to enjoy the festival. And you know, I was really happy to taste cucumber on stick again this year. Did you try? You know, I was talking to some of the people at the Nobon Festival too. But when I went to Japan with Lauren and Oregon Buddhist Temple's members in 2018, we visited Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto. There are food vendors outside of the shrine, and many of us had cucumber on stick. So we thought how tasty and how easy to make the cucumber on stick. So, you know, Diane and, Robbie made it the obon dish, right? The cucumber stick on stick, and that is really refreshing. That, I was looking forward to taste it, and I'm really happy that I was able to taste it for the first time in years. So if you didn't try this year, please try it next year, okay? So I hope everybody made a nice memory of obon, just like I did. Anyway, so Ango summer study session that is provided by our head temple in Kyoto, Mishi Hongwanji, has finished on July 31st. And usually it is held at the lecture hall of Ryukoku University, right next to Mishi Hongwanji, for 14 days. But because of the pandemic, this is the second year we have Ango online. And that is good for a person like me who lives outside of Japan, because I can save travel expenses and accommodation expenses to go to Kyoto and stay there for 14 days. And I'm happy to announce that I received the Award of Excellence on Q&A style discussion for this year at Ango. And this is 2 years in a row. And I need one more Award of Excellence to move up to the next rank of the scholarly title of Hongwanji-ha School. And sounds like I'm doing this for the title, but actually I just like studying the teachings, and it helps me to deepen the appreciation for Buddhas and our founder, Shin and Shonin. So I really like to attend Ango and deepen my understanding. But on the other hand, that is true that I have deep-rooted greed seeking for the title too. Right? First reason I wanted to receive the scholarly title was to wear the wagesa, which has this crest. So this crest is called Rokutomo, 6 leaves wisteria. And only the scholarly title holders or the graduates of the certain schools wear wagesa with this crest. And our regular crest is Sagari Fuji, or hanging wisteria. So the wagesa I'm wearing today was Sagari Fuji. But I just like the shape of the 6 leaves wisteria, which is on the left. And I thought if I receive scholarly title, I can wear wagesa with this crest. right? So this is really a shameful reason to study and receive the salary, isn't it? But I believe everyone have similar experiences. What was the reason of choosing your car? Your clothes, your accessories, right? That is probably the appearance of it. So our greed is deeply related to our five senses, which are visual, auditory, olfactory, gustatory, and tactile. And these five are not only related to greed, but our anger and harmfulness too. We get angry when we sense something unpleasant, something different from what pleases this being, right? So I am sure not many people give rise to the mind of harmfulness, but I was in Oahu for a week for the vacation, and we visited Wahiawa Hongwanji. Have you ever visited Hawaii temples? There are so many temples in Hawaii. Not only Jodo Shinshu temples, but they have Jodo Shu temple, Shingon temple, Michiren temple, and so many temples in Hawaii. So I think every block you see temple or church or anything. But Wahiawa Hongwanji, it's on the way to the North Shore, and there I saw a giant cockroach like this big. The bag which I hate to even see it. Then the mind of wishing to remove the cockroach from my eyesight arises, right? And actually, this is the mind of harmfulness. Depending on my judgment of what is pleasant and unpleasant, and I decide what I see, what I hear, what I smell, what I taste, and what I touch. And if it is unpleasant, I want to remove it from near me, right? So our five senses are connected to form, sound, smell, taste, touch, or object. And because of the attachments to what is pleasant and unpleasant, we give rise to greed, anger, harmfulness, and so on. This is what is happening in Portland and in the world too. Right? We rely on our judgments of what is pleasant and unpleasant, and conflicts occurs because of the attachments to it. So this is the sub-nature of the ordinary foolish beings. But the passage I shared at the beginning, this is the word of Shakyamuni Buddha talking about the practices of Bodhisattva Dharmakara. Bodhisattva Dharmakara, who later became Amida Buddha, never had these minds of greed, anger, and harmfulness while cultivating countless meritorious acts to attain Buddhahood. And now Amida Buddha is working as the name Namo Amida Butsu, which contains the merits of these countless meritorious acts. And Amida Buddha directs the merits of practices to us through the name Namo Amida Butsu. So we ordinary foolish beings just entrust ourselves to the working of the name Namo Amida Butsu to attain Buddhahood. So this is the structure of Jodo Shinshu teaching. And this is a teaching, and this is teaching us that the Buddha is free from any attachments and mind of greed, anger, harmfulness, and so on. The Buddha sees every being equally and cares about every being just like a single child. So we are always in this compassionate working of Amida Buddha. But as I mentioned, we ordinary foolish beings attached to form, sound, smell, taste, and touch or object. So this is the nature of ordinary beings. But Buddhism is teaching us not to attach to it too much. Okay? And actually, these things are the things we attach to in regards to our loved ones. The appearance, voice, smell. Well, I don't think we remember the taste of our loved ones, right? But the touch of the loved ones for sure. And these things are the things we miss when we experience the separation from our loved ones. But too much attachments to it give rise to greed. That is the mind denying the truth of impermanence. And anger, that is the mind denying the truth of interdependence. Like if the cause of the death was some illness, some people get anger towards the illness, but that is the mind ignoring the truth of interdependence. So then, how we should deal with the loss of separation? And what I think is to turn the memories of our loved ones, appearance, voice, smell, and touch as guiding light to realize the truth of impermanence and interdependence, and to walk the path of Nembutsuge. And I said it is to turn, but I believe it is turned by the working of the Buddha. And I think there is no one who can say that I don't miss my loved ones who have passed away. But I still miss my grandparents and my mother. And I wish I could see them and hear their voices. But too much attachments to it just guides me to fall into the depths of the deep sadness of the loss. And what helped me to recover from the loss is to know that they became Buddha to guide me to the truth and to walk the path of Nembutsuge. So their memories are now guiding me to live with the realization of the truth of impermanence and interdependence, and appreciate the working of Amida Buddha for bringing us to the attainment of Buddhahood. So because of the working of Amida Buddha in the name Namo Amida Butsu, we are able to attain Buddhahood when we pass away to become the working to guide others. So Buddha teaches us not to attach too much to the form, sound, smell, taste, and touch of anything. And Buddha also turns our memories of our loved ones into guiding light. And our loved ones who have passed away before us, they are always with us, guiding us to walk the path of Nembutsuge. And I hope this teaching gives ease and comfort for those who have experienced the loss and separation. So I would like to conclude my talk with the reading of traditional epistle on white ashes written by Rennyo Shonin in 15th century. So please change in English, so please reach our palms together. Soれ人間の性なる相をつらつら感ずるに、おおよそ儚き者はこの世の四九流幻のごとくなるいちごなりさればいまだ漫才の人参の受けたりということを聞かず一生過ぎやすし今に至って誰か100年の業態を保つべきや我や先人や先今日とも知らず明日とも知らず遅れ先立
ず人は元の雫末の梅雨よりも茂しと言えりされば明日には冬がなって夕べには白骨となれる今にすでに無情の風来たり濡ればすなわち二つの眼たちまちに閉じ一つの息長く耐えぬれば幸願虚しく返じて通りの装いを失いぬる時は六神眷属集まって嘆き悲しめどもさらにその会あるべからずさてしもあるべきことならねばとて野外に送って弱の煙となし果てぬればただ白骨の溝のこれに哀れというもなかなか愚かなにされば人間の儚きことは老少不浄の境なれば誰の人も早くご生の一大事を心にかけて阿弥陀仏深く頼み参らせて念仏もすべきものなに甘かしこ甘かしこ
On white ashes. In silently contemplating the transient nature of human existence, nothing is more fragile and fleeting in this world than the life of man. Thus, we have not heard of human life lasting for 1,000 years. Life passes swiftly, and few among men can make it effort for even 100 years. Whether I go before others, or others go before me, whether it be today or tomorrow, who is to know? Those who depart before us are as countless as the drops of dew. Though in the morning we may have radiant health, in the evening we may return to white ashes. When the winds of impermanence blow, our eyes are closed forever, and when the last breath leaves us, our face loses its color. Though loved ones gather and lament, everything is to no avail. The body is dancing to an open field and vanishes from this world with the smoke of cremation, leaving only the white ashes. Nothing is more real than this truth of life. The fragile nature of human existence underlies both the young and the old. Therefore, we must, one and all, turn to the teachings of the Buddha and awaken to the essence of life. By so understanding the meaning of death, we come to appreciate the meaning of this life, which is to be treasured because it is unrepeatable. By virtue of true compassion, let us realize the unexcelled value of this existence, and let us live together with gratitude in our hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.